Hello, everybody. It's your girl, dazzledattarot, and I'm back for an early morning reading. So the time is 5:46 in the morning. I got up at 4 o'clock this morning because I went to sleep early. Child. Anyway, happy Friday. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you can become a notification gang member. Alright. So, everything I say here is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. And just enjoy it. But anyway, let's get into it. Let's talk about Jussie Smollett. He just got sentenced. And he got sentenced to like 5 months. And he has like federal probation or something like that. But within his sentencing, I mean, it's so crazy because he was like, I am not suicidal. I am not suicidal. And, you know, the NAACP and whatnot had, you know, gave him their support and stuff. But pretty much, you know, the judge pretty much told him that he did this to himself. It was unnecessary. Everybody knows it was unnecessary. But the not suicidal part and everything, I really do blame our society when we kind of have this conspiracy of if you go to jail and then you commit suicide, it's a conspiracy behind it. And they killed you in jail. So that's why he's saying, oh, I'm not suicidal. So if anything happens to him, which is trying to cause conspiracy, cause concern. And, you know, we're talking about black people, black oppression, LGBTQ rights. But to be honest with you, you perverted that movement when you set up this elaborate hoax. And pretty much, to me, you don't deserve to talk about it no more because you perverted the movement. So I feel like he just needs to stop. He just needs to stop. And I feel like he lost his mind. And, you know, a lot of times I be trying to tell people, you know, like my grandma said, people hide their crazy behind things. People hide their crazy behind religion. People had their crazy behind activism as well. So that was him hiding his crazy behind activism. And he pulled the whole stunt. Jussie pulled the whole stunt. Okay, so let's see. Let's get into it. How is Jussie feeling right now that he has, see, look, left out in the cold and having to go away for a minute? There we go. That's how he feels. So let's see. How does he feel? How does he feel? That he, after sentencing, how does he feel about serving 5 months in jail? 2. Okay, so first of all, the high priestess is right here. She who knows but does not say. So he's not telling everything, right? And basically, it's an intuition card as well. But the high priestess talks about not telling things. The Five of Swords in the reverse talks about the fact that, look, when it's in a court case and stuff like that, like, I even use it as far as, like, divorce, too. You go in and, you know, you've been married to your spouse, and basically that spouse has been doing a lot of things to you that's negative, and no one really knows it or sees it because they're looked at as this stand-up person. But when you go to court, you know, and you start bringing evidence, then how they actually are behind closed doors start showing. So you really get to see who these people actually are with the Five of Swords on the reverse. So he who knows what does not say, and being seen for what they actually do. So obviously he knows that he is being seen for who he is, right? Which is someone who would do something like that. And he's not telling that. So he's not trying to admit that to anybody. So he knows that he was wrong. Okay, this Eight of Swords in the reverse talks about being free from one's own prison, right? Mentally, right? So this is all mental communication. Usually this person actually is bound by their own thoughts. They don't see past their own thoughts, but in the reverse is seeing past it, like seeing the whole picture. So of course he knows that he's been looked at crazy and he got caught about how he really is. He's not saying that, but he sees the bigger picture and he understands that. This Knight of Swords in the reverse, this quick communication just going out there, I feel like he is thinking before he says now, right? But it's blocked communication as well. So, but it's also someone who's trying to force you to believe something or force you to think how they think, trying to pressure you with this Knight of Swords in the reverse. So I feel like he knows all this, and yet he's still trying to force us to believe that he's innocent, right? And that's why he's using things like all these other things, like different activisms and stuff like that, being LGBTQ, being black, things all like that, conspiracy, everything. He wants us to believe that he did not do what we obviously found out he did and what he does not want to say. But he knows what he did. He knows the jig is up and he sees the bigger picture. The bigger picture is you have to do some time. Okay, so let's see. Let's talk about the fact that he said, I am not suicidal. I am not suicidal. Why is he saying that, right? Because I already know why he's saying that, but I just want to see. I already feel like I know why he's saying that, but why is he saying that? Why is Jussie Smollett saying, I am not suicidal, so if anything happens to me in jail, you know what happened? They killed me in jail, basically. That's what they're trying to say. Why does he believe they're going to kill him in jail? Like, why is he saying that? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the King of Swords is upright. The Ten of Swords is in the reverse. The Queen of Swords is in the reverse. And the Page of Pentacles is in the reverse. Okay, so first of all, the King of Swords talks about black and white communication. After looking at all this evidence, they judged fairly. Okay? So they judged fairly after looking through everything, at a certain time. Like this would be a judge. This is somebody who looked over all the evidence and gave a just ruling. Right? So communication is just. It's not dealing with feelings. It's nothing to do with feelings. Okay? It's analytical and it's unbiased. That's what the King of Swords is. The Ten of Swords in the reverse, this is the past betrayal. Right? This talks about feeling backstabbed over and over again. It's in the reverse. So this is in the past. All that's done. All of it's done. And it's like a silver lining to it as well. Because it's like, okay, all that's done. Now we can move forward. So into a new direction. Into a new pattern of thought. New pattern of communication. Right? The Queen of Swords in reverse, it talks about someone who's not telling the truth or staying in their truth, because the Queen of Swords tells the truth. This is about using wisdom, but you're not using it. It's supposed to be using wisdom. And this talks about, a person who can be very argumentative, manipulative. If it's anything like to manipulate other people, is always a victim. They hold on to anything anybody ever did. You know what I'm saying? And they're pretty much a forever victim that don't stand in their truth, that tell lies, that have outbursts, that has this immature way of thinking, right? Because the Queen of Swords is supposed to be a mature woman who's been through everything. And it talks about not having self-care, like not learning yourself as well. So this Queen of Swords don't know herself in the reverse. And you see this right here. I just feel like Jussie Smollett feels betrayed because this judge told the truth and judged correctly. And he is too immature to understand that, so he's making up lies about this past betrayal. So he's like, oh, well, if I go to jail, is they going to kill me and stuff like that? Like this King of Swords set him up. But he didn't set him up, right? Because Jussie Smollett is the Queen of Swords in the reverse, okay? Because that's an energy. It can be female or male, but that's an energy. I blame everybody else for my problems, but me, I'm a forever victim. This King of Swords set me up to get hurt in jail. The whole time, those swords does not belong to anybody. I don't see where anybody else is putting the swords down there. And he feels stabbed in the back. But it's all him. Because if he stood in his truth, he'd understand what's going on here. But right here is the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. This is over expectations. This is signing up for something you don't know what you signed up for. You know, this is easily influenced by the material. Overly expecting, you know what I'm saying, these grand expectations. He didn't think that he was going to get any time. Or he was expecting that he'd have a better offer, right? But the offer that was on the plate, on the thing was, that's what it was. You got to face some time. So he was expecting something different. And so he's upset about that. He was expecting something different. He was expecting... See, because judgment was right. It's right. It's absolute. So he was expecting a better sentence. But since he didn't get it, now he's acting bitchy. Now he's pulling a stunt. Now he's saying that someone's going to kill him. Or if he commits... if it's suicide... You know, it's not really suicide. Somebody killed him. But, I mean, Jussie, learn your lesson. Learn your lesson. Just learn the lesson and keep going, right? So then, let's see. And I would just put it like this. Why does he keep using the LGBTQ community and being black as the, you know, forefront of all of this? Because, to be honest, what is all of this really for? Like... Because was it really about that? Because at this point, I don't really think it was for his sisters and brothers in the LGBTQ. Or it was because of his black sisters and brothers. I mean, I kind of feel like he did it for his own attention. So, what was this ever about? LGBTQ rights or African Americans and being pro-black? Was it ever really about that? This whole situation with Jussie Smollett. Excuse me, y'all. My bad, y'all. That was my alarm. That's how you know I'm up so early. I usually have to be at work by now, or leaving out of work. I'm leaving out to go to work, but I don't have work today. So it's 6 a.m. in the morning. Let me wrap this up. So basically, Jussie Smollett, the Ace of Wands in the reverse, talks about doing something in hopes to gain. Okay, so actions, enterprise, relationships. So the actions he took was actually in hopes to gain attention from somebody, okay? The Hermit in the reverse talks about it's a time for action, or, you know, it can be not using wisdom. So it was an unwise decision in hopes to gain, right? The Ten of Swords in the reverse talks about, again, complete endings, complete ruin, right? But it's in the past. So the silver lining is, you know, we can heal from this, we can do this, we can do that. And then the three of Pentacles is working together towards a goal. So, but it was two guys that was helping him, right? And you see this making plans, working together, all of them working together towards money. So I kind of feel like it was about money. I don't feel like it was about anything else. This was a plan. He was trying to get somebody's attention. He was trying to get attention for money. You know what I'm saying? So, but it was unwise. Okay? And he felt like if this happened to him, it'll be cool. I mean, it'll be something that everyone wants to give him grand support. So that's all three of us come up with a plan. And put our grand support into this so everyone can be like, oh, Jussie. And then have some sympathy and, you know, he get more deals and stuff. And it has more to do with the lovers than anything. I wonder if Jussie Smollett, who is the, who created Empire? I forgot his goddamn name. The one that, dang, I remember that. What is his name? I forgot his damn name. But remember when, what's his name? What is his name? Dame Dash. Remember Dame Dash approached him? I forgot his goddamn name. And he had that blanket over his head. And Dame Dash approached him about his money. And he was pulling a stunt too. But okay, so what's Jussie Smollett and him in any type of romantic situation? What the hell? Like, I feel like, because you know the Ace of Wands in the reverse talks about a sexual hang up too. So I don't know. But let's see. Was Jussie Smollett and that guy in any type of sexual relationship? 1, 2, 3. The Queen of Swords, the Devil in the reverse, the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, and the Seven of Cups. The Queen of Swords stands in her truth. She's wise and everything else like that. It's about going at it alone. Not a good time for relationships and things like that, but it gives good advice. So he was an advice giver to Jussie Smollett. The Devil in the reverse. This is talking about, it can be getting over addictions, but it can also talk about in the reverse, you know, if I'm asking about relationship, whatever it is not love. So whatever they want from you, it's a using type of thing. So even if they did do anything, it was to gain. So Jussie Smollett or him, I feel like maybe Jussie, was out here to gain from the Queen of Swords. The Ten of Cups is complete happiness. Great emotional happiness. So I feel like whoever that guy is, I forgot his name, that was directing Empire or whatever, he was close to him. And it was like, it can be looked at as family, but it can be emotional completion. But he was definitely using him. He was definitely using that person, Jussie Smollett. And the Seven of Cups talks about confusion. It talks about choices, talks about building mansions in the sky. I feel like Jussie Smollett felt like he had all these choices with this man, and he can do all these things because of this man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had all these opportunities, and he had everything in the bag, right? Like, this man gave him all this castle in the sky. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. Did they have any type of sexual relationship? This Devil card in the reverse, at the minimum, somebody was using somebody and manipulating somebody in the past. At the maximum, yeah, they had one. So that's up to y'all to decide, though. But I feel like they had an unhealthy relationship, okay? I'll just say it like that. But it was emotionally complete for Jussie Smollett. So Jussie Smollett felt like he was getting everything he wanted out of that situation, okay? So, but that's what I got, though. But, at the end of the day, I'm not worried about what's going to happen as far as the outcome of him being in jail. But I know he ain't about to get killed in jail, so that's all cap. Y'all be careful who you listen to when it comes to stuff like that, because some people are only doing it just to make a scene and to make y'all feel sorry for them. So, but I'll just ask, though. Is Jussie Smollett gonna be okay in jail? 1, 2. Queen of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. Queen of Pentacles talks about someone who is financially stable, who takes care of their coin, which is a practical woman, independent. Maybe there's someone who really supports him in jail. You know what I'm saying? Because she's holding that coin like it's her baby. Things, you know, this Wheel of Fortune coming around, things coming out well. The 7 of Pentacles talks about taking stock of a situation. It's in the reverse. So that means I took stock at it. I looked at everything and, you know, I'm going to leave it alone. Okay? That's the worst thing you want somebody to do is to be looking over everything that ever happened between y'all. Right? And it's the 2 of Swords, being on the fence. Not knowing what to do. So I feel like not knowing what choice to make. So I feel like he feels conflicted. And I think the people that's helping him, I mean, he got a better sentence than, you know, what he thinks he got. So maybe it'd be a little bit reduced. I don't know. But I feel like his claims is unfounded. Okay, so I feel like he'll be fine in jail. If he goes to jail, he'll be fine. He's in jail. He'll be fine. Okay? So don't believe that. Because this was in the back. So this is somebody who's overly emotional. So they're saying those outbursts like that, and I don't feel like we should be paying attention to that. I mean, out of anything, we need to pay attention to his mental health. But that's what I got, you guys. I love y'all for real. Peace. Let me go ahead and upload